Hi, my name is Terry Pugh, and I've been doing almost daily reports on pro-democracy news during the latest Trump debacle or presidency or whatever you'd like to call it. Today is November 23rd, 2025, and I had to stop doing these about 2 months ago while I worked really hard on knocking on doors and working on campaigns to help get left-leaning candidates in office locally, everywhere I could, as well as help some of my family move across the country. I have an important personal observation. I just spent a week driving across the U.S. along Highway 80 through the American heartland. To be precise, I have been in the car for the last week, literally driving from Tacoma, Washington to upstate New York. That means I drove through Washington, down to Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and to New York. And not once did I see a festoon farm with Trump paraphernalia all over it, as I did regularly before November. In fact, I did not see one Trump banner on this 2,753-mile journey. Nowhere was there any sign of Trump, not on a truck as I was getting gas, not on the side of the road as I ate a meal in a town at a restaurant, not even as we hunted down a hotel for the night. I think this means something. I have been involved in opposing Trump for years because I have been educated in how to see less profitable, less free forms of government through my master's degree in international policy studies. I'm hyper aware of how authoritarianism creates and fosters poverty. I know that oligarchies enrich the few at the top. I have suffered through actively being involved in 17 years worth of campaigning heavily to save our country from the fate we seem to have chosen last November, an oligarchy. But now at this crucial time, I have been sensing that those voices of support for fascist extremism are quieting somewhat. Since the early November election here in the U.S., support for Trump has been waning, and especially since the Epstein debacle's wide tentacles have become more clear. As a lifelong West Coast person, I have been accustomed to a West Coast opinion not differing much from an East Coast opinion, but slowly driving through the country, I've seen a much more unified U.S. than I had any awareness of in reality. All of my life, I've heard jokes about Cleveland and Iowa, but they were beautiful places. And this entire country, is shockingly beautiful and unified. I came out of the trip simply stunned by how truly unified we really are as a country. Trump lost his base before I got here, I think. All of this has given me the greatest hope for our future as a country. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.